Magandang gabi. We're a little early, so we're going to check dito sa ating mga kasama. How are you guys doing? Add to stream. Add the stream. Okay. There you go. Can you see yourselves?
Hi.
Parang alalayo natin. Okay. Let's check lang kung sino yung mga nakatambay na. John Caragay. Arnold Hoson. My Munchkin 31, Caroline Castaneda, Sophie Min, Manila, MNL. Mark Chester, John Brian Monterola, Romero Caritativo. Oh, everybody's on! Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. And welcome to Luminous Live. We're on Facebook Live and on YouTube live streaming. Bago tayo magpatuloy, don't forget to like, share, and check if nakapollow pa rin tayong lahat sa isa't isa or sa at least dito sa Luminous. Magandang gabi. I hope you know what's happening. Hi, Ahmed.
Naririnig niyo ba ako? Test? 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
Wait, let me check.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, JP, can you test your mic?
Hello, good evening lahat. Narinig ba?
Rinig ba? Rinig mo si JP?
I think the chatters can tell us if all
Oh,
the mics are working.
Hello, friends. Can you hear us?
I think so. What are they saying?
Hi from Japan.
Hello.
Okay.
Nobody's here there. Japan, nobody's
So how's the audio sa audience?
Hello, AIM World. Okay.
Yes po, all clear daw.
Okay, good, great.
Okay, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Trixie Cruz-Angeles. Kasama natin dito si Attorney Awesome Ahmed Paglinawan and JP Varela.
Hello.
Otherwise collectively known as Luminous.
Cookie.
And Cookie. All right, as we all know, twice in a row na pina-fact check tayo ng Vera files. And what we noticed, strangely so, is that the fact checking seems to make us responsible for things that other people say. Yung latest po natin ay isang post that we had shared from, wait for it, PTV4, the government television station. At meron silang interview or a quote from former Ambassador Rosario Manalo, who characterized the arbitration panel as some handpicked daw by the Philippine panel. Like, why would she say that if it were horribly untrue? Kasi ang sinasabi ng Vera files is either this is partly false or completely false. At any rate, whether or not it is true, Vera files is making Luminous and everybody who shared that responsible for the truth or falsity of what somebody who was interviewed by PTV says. Diba? We're not sure, but it doesn't seem likely that PTV is being fact-checked. Tayo lang ng mga nag-share.
And then, it does not stop there. It moves on to saying that we are misleading people. So it verifies, states that Luminous, it doesn't say sino sa Luminous, si JP ba, si Ahmed ba, o si Trixie, ay nag-mislead ng mga tao. So that is actually, that is already imputing on all three of us as something that is wrong or evil or maybe illegal. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah. So,
why does Vera files do that?
Sabi ni Renny de la Cruz, may pinadala yung FB sa kanya at may nakitang problem daw po yung Vera files sa pag-share ko. It's not exactly like that. Ang sinasabi ng Vera files is that what you shared is partly false. Hindi sa wala may problema. Sinasabi nila, based on independent fact checkers, ito daw ay false or partly false. Ngayon, imbis na yung tao o yung source na yon ang bigyan nila ng notice, ay tayong mga hampas lupang nag-share, ang gusto nilang parusahan.
Kasi may consequence, di ba? May consequence ang nafa-flag nila na ganyan, na nag-mislead daw ng tao. The consequence is that Facebook will eventually unpublish the page.
Because of many strikes.
Because of many strikes that is only reported by verifiers and imputed on us. So there is a really dire consequence for that.
Masakit niyan is, yung due process dito medyo malabo.
Marami akong issues, hindi lang due process. So we will
Pero linawin muna natin, yung issue is there is a message, there is a piece of information in the form of a message that comes from a private person which was carried by a national news organization, and in this case, not just a simple private news organization, but the PTV4, which is owned by the Republic of the Philippines.
Yes.
Okay, so this is a government source. And under fair use policies ng kahit anong copyright and whatever organizations, Facebook, YouTube, kapag ang source mo is a government institution, and PTV4 is a government media company, it is considered a public piece of information na pwede mo siyang gamitin.
Yes.
Okay?
So,
and we used it. Trixie
posted
Luminous. No?
Yeah.
So Luminous posted it, and then people reposted it from Luminous. But the source of the material is actually private person, and not just a simple private person, an ambassador.
She used to be the ambassador.
Okay, an ambassador who has personal knowledge
of what she's saying.
And then carried by a government news organization, and then they posted in a social media platform. And then ngayon pinipenalize or binawarn yung mga tao na nag-repost. And with the impression na yung Luminous is a source of false information.
Yes.
Yun yung pinaka-issue.
Yes. So and if
Dapit ka daw sa mic.
If verifiers were not doing this, there wouldn't be any branding of Luminous page as a misleading page. It would be just another Facebook user, Facebook page, posting a source, in this case, an information, a report of an interview of a former ambassador conducted by the PTV journalists or media reporters.
Yeah, I believe
but the blame is pinned on Luminous. About the truth or falsity of the information as said by the ambassador and as reported, as said by the ambassador by PTV4 and posted by Luminous without change.
Without any editing. And ang pinaka-halagang element dito is this was a meme, right?
Yeah.
A meme in the form of a
card.
JPEG.
I think they call it a card.
It's a graphics.
Yeah.
So the words that were allegedly said by the ambassador were not produced by Luminous. No, they were not placed there beside her picture.
Yung meme ang sinare.
The entire meme was lifted. And the source is PTV4.
Yeah.
So here is Verifiles doing this. We wonder about many things. Una-una, ano ang authority ng Verifiles to do this? Second, ano ang relationship ng Luminous page with Verifiles?
Diba?
Third, ano ang ginagawa nyo sa Luminous and the people that are in Luminous, okay, responsible for Luminous, that is negative, that would impact negatively on them, those people who are citizens of this country and are subject to the laws and have rights under our laws.
Ilagay natin sa context, no? PTV4 Okay, PTV for the source. Is news. It's a broadcasting organization.
Yes.
Okay, and it's a broadcasting organization. I know for a fact that PTV is a member of the KBP. The regulation of members of the KBP involves solely on the KBP.
Yes, members.
Okay. Now, if they had any issue with any content that was produced by KBP, or this is a risk,
They take it up with the
Yes.
KBP.
now, Mirror files is composed of people usually from print. Tama po ba?
I don't know. We don't really know who they are.
Yeah.
I only know one idiot there, this Tordesillas person.
Alright. So, print and social media, okay, una-muna, si print has another organization called, they have 2 or 3, right? Yung mga journalists in print.
Yeah.
And they also exercise their own self-regulation. And it is,
Kaya nga.
okay, now in social media, it is labo-labo.
Yun nga, that is my point. Ano yung relationship natin with verifiers?
Una-muna, among the established ones, between print and broadcast,
They may self-regulation sila.
there's courtesy between the two bodies.
Yes.
Yes.
You do not attack the broadcast, and the broadcast doesn't attack the print.
Yes, and among themselves, like broadcast to broadcast,
Then you have internal mechanisms.
they also don't attack each other because that is one of the rules of KBP. They do not attack each other.
Yeah.
And see that when we mention KBP and itong press clubs,
Press clubs.
na nang nagre-regulate, what we see here is people exercising their rights to report. And then, kasi sabi sa Constitution natin that the state shall keep unabridged the freedom of speech,
Yes.
okay, the freedom of expression, and the freedom in information. In other words, the freedom of opinion, the sharing of information with each other.
Yeah.
So that, because of that rule, walang pwedeng batas ang gawin ng Kongreso na i-regulate ng state ang pagbibigay ng opinion ng mga tao, save for those patently false, fraudulent, and criminally misleading na nakakasira.
So there's a prohibition against government to legislate anything that will censor media organizations from
Freedom of the
expressing
press.
their opinion or exposing information.
So because of that, nagkakaroon sila ng, okay, let's regulate ourselves because we cannot be regulated by the state because there is that constitutional provision. So they will bind together among each other, and they will agree na, okay, we will form a group that will govern us among each other.
In this case, there's nothing in social media.
Dito sa social media, walang ganyan. So we belong to the class of people that belongs to the world at large, to the population at large, which also enjoys those rights of freedom of speech, expression, the press, everything. But the only regulation is themselves.
Yeah.
And their waiver of their rights. Kung miyembro sila ng isang social media platform, they have a contract with that platform, okay, like for example, YouTube. They waive some of their rights. So, sige, hindi ko magsasalita ng bastos dito.
Yes.
In favor of YouTube, and YouTube will penalize them if they do violate the rules. But in this case, we don't have that contract with verifiers.
Yeah.
Why is verifiers doing this to us?
Okay. Now, in the concept, in the aspect of regulation and self-regulation, there is that first, yung first step to correcting an error. Na inform mo na yung source, yung writer, or yung media outfit, na mali ata ito.
Yes.
And then give them the chance first to correct or rectify.
You show them the truth.
Was there anything done by this self-imposed police?
Police
Paglinawan to just go on informing people, putting in their comment sections that this information
are misleading.
It's false. Alam mo yun,
that describes wrongdoing on us. It's not like, we review the Luminous page and that's it. We found it that it's false. Ang ginagawa niya, verifies goes into the sanctity of the contract of Luminous and the people in it with Facebook and convinces Facebook to penalize the people in Luminous and Luminous itself as the page by taking it down or unpublished. And that's why I can see that there is a warning there. This page is at risk of being unpublished, and that's the result of the actions of verifiers, which we do not know in this contract of ours. Facebook verifiers is a stranger. We did not agree to surrender our rights of freedom so that they can review us if we do violate our promises of not exercising our freedom.
So why is this so relevant for everybody else? It's so relevant for everybody else because this can happen to anybody else.
Yes, because it can happen to everyone.
Or anyone that they think is going to work against them for their political or whatever ambitions in the future. They can do this to everyone.
And it's an oppression, isn't it? How do you feel when this is being done? And I want to know from verified, sino ang tinutukoy nyo? Sino ang tinutukoy nyo? There are 3 people at least who are regularly posting
and
from
thousands who are expressing their opinions
and sharing
through the comments
and sharing
and all very well among each other's community.
So sino tinutukoy mo verified? Who is the one being misleading here? And what does it take to mislead according to your standards? And while you're at it, what are your standards?
All right. Let me interrupt the discourse to say thank you.
Thank you to us.
To Roel Costello, who says, good evening mga idol dun sa super chat natin. And Renato Bainco also on our super chat. Thank you very much. If any of you should feel that they appreciate this, meron kaming super chat sa aming YouTube. And dun sa banner ng YouTube page namin, meron din pong PayPal account. Okay, for just click the support button. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng nagsusuporta sa amin dito sa Luminous. Okay, ang diskusyon so far, ganito nangyayari. Pina-fact check kami ng Vera Files. Pero ang fact checking nila ay doon sa isang post na nanggaling naman sa ibang tao. At ang sinasabi nilang false ay yung pinost namin, yung nanggaling sa ibang tao, hindi yung sinasabi namin. So, paano kami magiging responsable para doon sa pinost ng ibang tao?
Or sinabi ng ibang tao.
O sa sinabi ng ibang tao. Bukod pa nun, dito sa Pilipinas, may mga batas na nag-regulate sa mga ganyan. Halimbawa, ang sa cybercrimes law, ang pag-share o pagla-like ay hindi magiging criminal offense kahit yung shinare mo ay libelous. Kasi ang mananagot dun sa libel na yun ay yung tao na nagsalita, hindi yung nag-share. Pero dito, sa ginagawa ng Vera Files, pagka nag-share ka, para na rin ikaw ang nagsabi ng hindi makatotohanan. Bukod pa nun, sila na halos, lahat nire-regulate nila. Maging simpleng komentaryo o simpleng sharing, nire-regulate nila. Pero ang tanong, bakit ang sinishare namin ay nanggagaling naman sa mga reputable traditional media sources? Katulad ng PTV4 at CNN. Diba? At ang masama niyan, halimbawa, yung pag-share natin ng
yung ROTC thing.
ROTC. Lahat ng impormasyon na andun. Nandun yung date of publication, nandun yung nakalagay na ang Kongreso ang nagpasa ng batas, ng bill, at nakalagay doon mismo sa post natin. Gayon pa man, sinasabi ng Vera Files, kami ang false information or kami ang misleading dahil luma na daw yung news na yun.
Okay, ang tanong ko kaya na dyan, kay Dr. Silvia and the rest of these Vera Files people is, if every information about something is in front of you, how can you be misled? How can you be misled into believing that this report was made yesterday when the date is right there in front of you? How can you be misled to believing that somebody else or Luminous made this report when CNN is right there on the post.
Correct.
And again, this is their material. It is their complete and unedited material.
So, sasabihin ng verifiers that we are partially false and we are misleading the people. So, what can we do now?
Diba?
Ano na lang ang pwede namin gawin sa mga reports ng mga ibang tao o outfits na hindi kami matatawag na mislead na would eventually lead to the unpublication of Luminous. So magaling tong gusto nila.
Now, how do we is there a way also to expose yung falsity ng mga bini-verify at yung sinusulat nila na what to know about certain issues?
Kaya nga.
Like I have seen one or two. Because I'm not consistently looking at their pages.
I don't look at their pages at all.
But I look at I've seen two of their own
reports.
No, yung parang review. Hindi na siya review, yung parang what you need to know. Ano na siya, authoritative talaga. Ito yung katotohanan.
May set courses
Which are false.
Yes,
Which are false. Okay?
Ito
One was about ABS-CBN.
Anong sinabi?
About the penalties that ABS-CBN had faced. This was before they were closed. Okay? They already presented there. Ito lang yung violations ng ABS-CBN and nothing more. This is just going to cost this much.
And this is a verifier that reviews everyone else. So one must assume that this is true. But
It's false.
it's false. Why?
Una, it doesn't coincide with the law, and then during the hearing, lumalabas, hindi lang din talaga.
So anong tawag sa inyo dyan na verified?
Ito pa.
It's fluid eh.
Ang sinasabi nitong mga nasa trad media at si karamihan or lahat yata ng mga karamihan ng mga nandyan sa Vera Files ay galing sa trad media. And in fact, nagsusulat pa sa trad media. Okay. Ang sinasabi nila ganito. Noon, naaalala ninyo dun sa hearing ng Senado tungkol dito sa sa social media and supposedly fake news and all that. Ang sinasabi nila, ang trad media kasi meron silang checks and balances. Meron daw mga nag-i-edit sa kanila. Pues, eto na po, sinasabi ninyo na false itong mga pinagpo-post ng mga trad media, and yet somehow para sa kanila ang may kasalanan pa rin ay yung mga nag-post sa social media. 'Di ba? At take note, nag-post lang kami. Yun yung words ng trad media, PTV, CNN, in a previous incident, ABC5. Puro traditional media yan na supposedly may sarili silang checks and balances.
And they are finding it.
Pag tinignan nyo din yung mga yung mga websites that say how to detect false news or fake news, sasabihin nila one of the things that you should look at is kung reputable yung source ninyo. Hindi ba reputable ang CNN? Hindi ba reputable ang PTV4 o ABC5? Tapos pag sila nagkamali, kami ang paparusahan ninyo.
Talking about that, traditional media and other self-regulating news agencies like in broadcast and in print, ang consequence lang pag may nag-review sa kanila and found them to have made a mistake is for them to issue an erratum.
Yeah, that's the first step.
Yan.
Sa atin, we are not being allowed to do that. And
walang pagkakataon.
In fact, worse, we will be penalized
By shutting
for each of these violations because they will accumulate. Apparently, under the rules of Facebook, that's it. Somebody will have just have to report you and verify is that somebody. And somebody, according to their own interpretation of your post, will say whether or not it is true or false, and call you misleading and purveyor of fake news, and Facebook will penalize you. There is so much issues there under the in the rubrics of the Constitution, the law, and social relationships, sociology. I myself am a philosopher because I studied philosophy in UP, and I know Because in philosophy, we talk about the truth, epistemology,
Hey, don't leave everybody behind.
There's so many issues here. That for one, that we have the business of truth, and we know everything that is true, and therefore we can tell everyone that they are not telling the truth, and what we say about that person who is not telling the truth is true. So when I say Luminous are misleading the people of this country, it must be true. We need proof of that verified, because otherwise we will take you to court.
Correct. At saka, kailangan bigyan tayo ng VR files na, tulad ng sinabi ninyo, kapag nagkakamali ang traditional media, sasabihin mo sila, mag-publish sila ng erratum, minsan may apology, pero nililibing pa nga nila dun sa loob ng ano.
Time after the media refuses, refuses to issue that erratum. That's the only time the penalties come into play.
Kaya nga, makakapag-penalize ka lang pag alam ng tao na nagkamali sila.
Okay, so look at this. The broadcast, they are members of KBP. They voluntarily joined KBP and agreed to be penalized if they violate the rules.
Parang China lang, no?
The journalists joined their media club and voluntarily waived their rights to do these things, and they will be punished agreeably to be punished if they violate these promises. Hindi tayo kasama sa mga ganyang organization, and verifiers cannot wait for us to join an organization where we can also voluntarily waive our rights and want to be punished if we violate them. But itong verifiers, they impose these rules on us.
That rule or that very basic step na pag may tao nagkamali, bago mo siya dalhin ko, ipaalam mo muna sa kanya kung ano palagay mo ang pagkakamali niya, and ask that person to, especially in this case, these are just words, these are just di ba?
No, this is not actually doing anything to anybody.
Hindi mo naman pinatay, hindi mo pinag-usapan. So, ang punto is, rules or no rules, organization or no organization, common sense to it.
Wala yan.
Bigyan mo muna ng pagkakataon mag-rectify na ito.
But, may kulang dyan sa analogy mo The kulang there is that you should have a relationship with that person who did something wrong. Why? Because if that person is just a random person that you passed by, okay, nakita mo may ginagawang masama, halimbawa may sinasapak tao doon, o may binabasang pornographic material, tapos mapakialaman mo yung report, baka paksakin ka yan. Kasi wala kayong relationship, mabuti kung rights mo yung binabiolate ng tao na yan. We are not violating verifiers' rights because we don't know who they are.
Maybe they are our adult leaders.
When they have to go to come up with a showing that they are, and also contribute in a support and a super chat or something like that.
Teka, while you're at it, pakilapitan nyo nga daw yung mga mic ninyo. Dahil hindi daw kayo naiintindihan masyado. Okay. Meanwhile, pasalamat ako kay Cathy Lim kasi nagpadala siya sa super chat natin. Pasensya na po, kailangan ko talagang i-interrupt yan dahil baka mawala
Pero sana mag-contribute din ngayon sa namin, super chat, para may relationship tayo. Otherwise, kakasuhan namin kayo for what you're doing to us right now. Remember that.
Okay. Ngayon, ang maraming tinatanong. So, ito yung ginagawa namin. Bago natin puntahan yung mga katanungan ninyo, katulad ng ano ba ang pwedeng gawin dyan, analyzing muna natin yung problema para alam natin. Kasi kahit hindi namin sabihin sa inyo kung paanong gagawin, makikita ninyo na ito yung nakalantad ng maayos yung problema. So, meron tayo isang kontrata. Ang Luminous may kontrata sa Facebook. Wala kaming kontrata sa Verifiles. Pakialam namin sa kanila. And yet, nakikialam ang Verifiles dun sa relasyon namin sa Facebook dahil kung anong sasabihin ng Verifiles, maaaring putulin ng Facebook yung relasyon namin. Nang wala kaming kalaban-laban. Ngayon, yung pagpuputol ng relasyon na yon, mahalaga yon kasi penalty yan. Pero pagka bibigyan ka ng penalty, kailangan naman kahit paano, meron kang due process. Ngayon, ang sinasabi ng ibang mga tao, private kasi itong
No, that is
Facebook.
not applicable argument.
Private daw kasi itong Facebook. At maaari silang mag-set ng kanilang rules. That is true to some extent. Pero ang Estado maaaring makialam kahit sa mga kontrata kung ang mga kontrata na ito ay labag sa batas, unang-una. Pangalawa, kung ito ay nakakasama o ano bang tawag nito? Nilalapastangan ang karapatan
ng ibang
tao o nung sa kontrata ng tao na yon. Bukod pa nun, nasa civil code din natin na kailangan to act with fairness at all times. Lahat ng tao, hindi lang tayo. Di ba? Hindi pwedeng maging totally random ang Facebook at sabihin, ayok sa'yo.
Okay.
Worse, hindi pwedeng totally random ang verifiles at sabihin ito.
Ayaw namin sa kanila.
Fact check sila para kahit paano matatanggal sila dito. Dahil ang dami-dami nilang fans Napaka-influential nitong mga to. Targetin natin ito para matanggal na yung mga yan kasi delikado sila.
Natatakot sila.
Saan kami delikado? Baka delikado dun sa ignorance ng ibang mga tao. Mababasag yung mga katangahan ng ibang mga tao dyan.
Okay, ito. I would like to talk about this. Yung pag-interfere ng kontrata with Facebook. Kasi, nung sinabi ni Attorney Trixie na in private world, okay, not the rule does not apply. It's not true. Okay, because what does not apply there is yung pag-i-impose ng gobyerno ng pagpabawal. You can also have prohibitions among each other, but it has to be in a contract. You have to agree to have all of these set of rules that can be prohibited or can be allowed for you to be done. And the government will respect all of those things so long as those agreements are not illegal. Okay? So, ang kontrata natin with Facebook does not say na hindi tayo pwedeng mag-post ng ng post ng CNN o ng PTV4, or our contract with Facebook does not say that you have to know what the person interviewed by CNN is saying to be true or false. Wala namang requirement ng Facebook niyan. And yet, verifiers will come in and tell Facebook these people are liars. They are misleading the people on Facebook.
Yung mga news material under the fair use rules. And fair use rules is a general, nationally accepted set of
habang
rules.
nandiyan ka. Yung unang-una nating supposedly kasalanan kung bakit na-restrict ang Luminous. Kung mapapansin niyo, marami sa inyo hindi kami nakikita sa newsfeed. Dahil ni-restrict kami indefinitely ng Facebook. Hindi ito nangyayari sa ibang tao. Kapag ang ibang account nagkakamali, sususpindihin sila. Minsan mahaba, 30 days. Hindi kami sinuspindi. Ang ginawa nila, pinutol yung Luminous, hindi kami nakikita sa mga newsfeed ninyo, at yung ibang mga followers, randomly natatanggal yung pagka-follow nila. Kaya kahit kunwari, 1,000 yung mag-follow sa amin sa isang araw, ang lilitaw lang sa amin 500. Kasi 1,000 yung bago, pero 1,000 at 500 yung tinanggal or whatever.
So we don't always do that. We are not saying it's verified.
Hindi natin sinasabi na verified o even Facebook.
But these things are happening to us. Okay, now that we are seeing that there is this possibility which is something that is negative, and it is a negative event in our contract with Facebook, we have the right to question this thing. And if we cannot question this with Facebook, kasi ang Facebook doesn't seem to care, and in fact, believe, verified completely.
Wala tayong pagkakataon sa Facebook, Hindi tayo
so we are going to file things in court. And we are going to file the appropriate criminal and civil cases against verified and even Facebook for all of these things. And if you want to, I'm talking now with verified, if you want to know what suits we will file against you, then you just have to wait. Otherwise, take it down. Yung label sa akin, take it down, clarify it to Facebook, because what your conclusions are about us is not true, it's not fair, it's false.
Bukod pa niyan, doon sa sinasabi nilang pagkakamali natin, supposedly false, ang isang sinabi nilang pagkakamali namin, restriction. Ni-restrict kami kasi daw, nag-post kami ng isang meme na galing sa ABC5. Ito yung tanong, nagreklamo ba ang ABC5? Hindi, of course not. Pero ang sinasabi ng Facebook, ay, violation ng copyright yan. Kaya i-restrict namin kayo. Paano naging violation ng copyright? Samantalang fair use yun.
Because it's a public news agency.
Base doon, para namang hindi marunong sa copyright ng Facebook o nagmamaang-maang sila.
Facebook is really stupid, and they are failing complete ignorance of the laws of America and even the Philippines, because we probably have the same copyright laws applied. Because we are members of the WTO organization.
Magiging copyright infringement na kasi yan.
Hindi talaga yung
material ng lista. Kung kukupihin natin yung word for word,
and pass it off as ours. Malinaw na nandun yung IDC 5, di ba?
Ay, ang ginagawa natin, kinukuha natin yung kanilang card.
Sila,
or a screenshot from their graphics or their posts to make it known to the readers that what we are making a critic of are their materials. Kasi minsan we criticize, minsan we use information that's there and then we criticize the situation. Diba? So all of these things are part of fair use policies.
Okay. Nag-e-echo tayo.
Okay.
That fund is not doing anything.
No. It's the fact that the three of us have mics.
Sige, son, I'll get a take off my
Or
mic.
maybe we
pag may nagsasalita, ino-mute natin.
May echo pa ba ngayon?
Wala na. Meron. Teka.
Magsasalita ako. Nag-echo pa rin.
Ano yung original? Speaker ba?
Sandali lang po
Mute me. We are too close to each other.
Masyado tayong malalapit sa isa't isa. Dapat hindi tayo sa isang kwarto. Pero ayan, wala na.
Wala na daw.
Wala na. So pag may isang nagsasalita, naka-mute dapat yung iba. Hindi ako pwede mag-mute kasi mamumute kayo eh.
Sige lang.
Okay.
When you speak, we mute, you mute us.
Sige.
Ikaw na lang, when we say something, you unmute us first.
Okay, sige. Okay. So babalik tayo dun sa okay na tayo more or less. So dito sa sinasabi namin, unang-una, may contract ulit, balikan lang natin, may contract kami, Luminous, with Facebook. Si Vera Files, wala kaming kontrata sa kanila. Diba? Pero sila nakikialam sa buhay natin at yung pakikialam nila may consequences. Hindi lang penalty. Pwede nila kaming siraan. And in fact, naninira na sila. Naninira sila kasi sinasabi nila yung pinost namin false. Pero paano naging false yung kami yung mananagot doon sa maling sinabi ng ibang tao. Okay? Yun yung pagkakalinaw nun.
Dapat, okay. Yung I am muted to myself.
Yeah. No, I can't.
How about now?
How about now?
Yeah.
Am I echoing?
Yes.
I am echoing kasi we are too close together. I am muting it.
Sige. Teka.
We have to use one mic. That's your mic.
Okay, sige.
So, tanggalin na lang yung mic natin. Yan. How is it now?
Okay, now, pakisabi kung malinaw na to.
Yan. Can you hear us? 1, 2, 3. Speak. Okay? Yeah. I think if they can hear you, they can hear me.
Okay na daw. Okay na.
Okay.
Alright. Lakasan nyo na lang yung mga bosses nyo.
Yeah. Alright. Okay. So, the point is, walang kontrata. Okay? Because there must be a relationship
between two free citizens of a country, subject of the same rules and laws and constitution, they have to have a relationship with anybody else or an organization that will tend to control or restrict their action. Okay, so that our relationship with the government is we are the sovereign people, and the government is our representative in running the state. Okay, when we entered into a contract with the government in what is called the social contract, which resulted in the Constitution. Dito sa Facebook, ang kontrata natin ay yung community rules. Ay yung kontrata natin is when we signed up, Facebook approved it.
You agree to the...
And it resulted in the community rules. Diba? Okay. Now, when we read the community rules, where is Vera Files there?
Ayan.
Kasi ang nangyayari, parang ang pinapalabas, we entered into the contract with Facebook, nandun na si Vera Files.
Yeah.
But we became members of Facebook even before Vera Files was on Facebook.
Correct. So, nag-amyenda ng kontrata.
Without our knowledge, without asking us if we want this to happen or not.
Basta in-announce nila, meron na kaming fact checker.
Oh, but why would that affect us?
Sandali Interruption. Maraming salamat kay Ma'am Jackie Tonhok Tonhes. Sabi niya, magandang gabi sa lahat. Salamat sa lahat ng effort sa taong bayan.
Halakoy naman yan.
Sabi ni Ma'am Jeremy Huber, Vera Files is a big bully that needs to be put in its place.
It's not even big. It's
not
a
big.
Small thing. Yeah, but they're acting like there's someone in this place.
Yun.
But it's in the street.
But I know for certain that their leader is a moron because he doesn't really know what the hell he's talking about.
So, hindi, sa akin, I don't want to ascribe to stupidity something
I
like this.
want to.
Kasi, magkasunod
Yeah,
nananadya na to
malice.
May malis na
Malis talaga.
So, nananadya na.
Malisyoso.
Hindi po ito yung, ay, sorry,
tama.
akala ko tama kami.
Yeah.
Ay, sorry, akala ko kayo yung nagsabi noon, hindi PTV.
Yes. And talking about malice, because calling a person a liar, which is exactly what's going on with what Vera Files is doing to Luminous. Remember that Luminous is not a person. It is just a page. But on its face, it is composed of two names that represent two human beings. And if you call that person a liar and you ascribe to that person a vice, a defect, or even the guilt or commission of a crime, or it is actually libel. Yeah. And what they are doing now, maliciously to us, is libel. And doing it not only to Trixie and me, but also to you, JP, because you are part of this.
Kaya nga ako nandito.
People know this.
Yeah, because it also affects me, di ba? Because what affects the reputation of like Luminous, di ba? It also affects me. Now, if there is this very self-righteous organization called Vera Files telling us that we are liars, di ba?
Well,
And telling people that we are liars,
And telling Facebook.
that's a totally
Criminal thing to do.
unacceptable accusation.
And we are going to.
Mahalaga din kasi ang Facebook, marami syempre yung mga nagsasuggest, hanap tayo ng ibang platform. Okay rin lang yun. Pero, mahalaga ang Facebook dahil ilang million daw? 70 million daw na Pilipino. I have to check this. Kasi nung 2013, there was 13 million on Facebook.
Okay.
Nung 2016, more than double yon. 30 to 70 million, depende kung anong source. Ang titignan mo, ang mga Pinoy na nasa Facebook. Ibig sabihin, kung malaki ang reach mo sa Facebook, may influence ka.
Yes.
At yung influensya na yon, kapag tinanggalan ka ng account, ay may damage sa iyo. Kasi may nawawala sa iyo. Hindi ka naririnig, tinatanggalan ka ng boses.
And it's not only about us. It's about our audience.
Yes.
Because a lot of our audience come to us, come to our pages
For entertainment.
not only just for entertainment and information, but to see a different view of things.
Yan, importante yan.
Hegemony nga ang gusto na
Na hindi dictated by the corporate mandate na kailangan nating sundin yung ganitong kagustuhan ni ganitong advertiser. No, you get freedom dito sa amin of the freedom of thought. And I think a lot of our readers, they need that as an alternative source. They like that.
Kailangan makarinig naman ibang opinion. Hindi ba ito nga yung sinasabi natin tungkol doon sa ABS-CBN?
Yes.
Naging sobrang malaki na sila na lang yung naririnig. Sila nagdidikta ng opinion ng news. Na ano yung panonoorin ng taong bayan? Anong i-report nila? Yung mga ni-report lang nila, yun lang ang nakikita. Yung ibang mga krimen, wala yan sa utak ng mga tao kasi hindi nila i-report. So maaari, grabe yung power. Kung meron isang tiwaling politiko dyan.
Na ayaw nilang report.
Na ayaw nilang ibisto.
Ayaw nilang ibisto. Kahit nakasuhan na, nahuli na.
Kahit
maharap na sa hukuman.
Guilty na siya sa ombudsman. Nasa Senado pa rin. Bakit hindi na balita?
Yun.
At saka,
nadidikta nila yan.
At saka, kunwari, nandiyan naman yung information very available. Pero tingnan nyo, pag hindi nila pinili, dahil it is to their, maybe to their advantage not to make any noise out about it. Like yung nilabas natin na pamimeke ng video, di ba?
Yun, isa pa yun.
How else would you know about these things if not
through us? Kami lang ang naglabas niyan. But itong verifies, what I don't understand is, its actuations would tend to show that the underlying belief that they have about themselves is that they are the arbitrators of the truth in this social media platform called Facebook.
Nagdidikta sila.
Who are you?
Na kung ano ang panonoorin ng taong bayan, kung ano yung makikita nila. Na
Paliw.
Parang ABS-CBN nga lang Dahil sa sobrang laki nila, dahil nakakuha sila ng sobra-sobra sa batas ng mga stasyon, nakadalawang TV station sila, nakailang radyo sila, to the point na halos sila na lang ang naririnig. They dictated everything from what the news will be to kung sinong artista ang tunay na maganda. Diba? Pati taste ng mga tao.
Anong klaseng paracetamol iinumin niya?
Ganyan.
Yan ang gusto nang gawin ng verifier sa Facebook.
Sinong iboboto natin? O sinong paniniwalaan natin na tunay na naboto?
It's funny that when you listen to Tordesillas, all her stupid speeches, palagi niya sinasabi that there should be freedom of expression, freedom of the press. And this ignorant person really does not understand what freedom of expression, speech, and press means. Why? Because she is trying to suppress ours.
Matagal na namin sinasabi ito. Noon pa lang, nung sinasalsal ng Rappler, yung tinatawag nating fake news. Naalala nyo, issue yan ng Rappler. Rappler lang yung talaga nagpupursige na fake news is dangerous. Bakit? Ang sibilisasyon na tayo, kahit nung Roman times may fake news. Kahit noon pa lang may heckling na. Sinusulat nila dun sa mga pader, yung original graffiti. Makikita ninyo kahit dun sa mga, saan ba yun, yung pinutukan ng Mount Vesuvius? Sa Pompeii. Makikita nyo yun, may mga graffiti, ganun sila mag-heckle ng kanilang mga politiko. At kahit noon, sasabihin nila, libre sila mag-ganun. Ano yung tinuturo nila sa atin? Hindi censorship, di ba? Ang sagot kapag merong nagkakamali,
tell the truth.
Ang sagot sa sa misinformation or lack of information is more information. Pero gusto nila, sila yung mamimili, sila yung magdidikta. Ibig sabihin, tinatanggalan nila tayo ng choice kung anong paniniwalaan natin. Ng choice, choices na pwede tayong magbasa ng iba't ibang mga opinion.
So, what we are saying here is that mayroon kaming kaso against verifiers. Dahil meron kaming hinaing na at meron kaming mga karapatan na niyurakan itong verifiers. But not only that, not only us, kayo rin. Kasi nilimit ng verifiers through Facebook, or gusto nilang ilimit. They are already limiting it because they are restricting Luminous. So that is the effect. More people have not been seeing us and reading our opinions and our jokes and all that, our posts, because we have been restricted because of verifiers' malicious imputation of all this misrepresentation na tayo.
Hindi lang yun, yung actual restriction. Kasi dati, ang mga live ko, 120,000. O, 100,000. Average yan. Daming nanonood sa
So, hindi kayo inggit lang to.
Ngayon, 30,000 na lang. Uy, 30,000 na lang.
30,000 pa rin.
50,000 pa rin.
Pero,
At dito ko kailangan i-acknowledge kayo. Maraming salamat sa mga sumusuporta dito sa Luminous. And in fact, isa itong panglaban natin sa kanila. Of course, mamaya na natin pag-usapan yung mga demanda niyan. Kasi parati naman natin iniisip yan eh. Pero meron ibang mga paraan. Number one, di tayo papatalo. Papayagan ba natin na i-respect tayo? Papayagan ba natin na ganyan ang ginagawa nila? Hindi tayo nakikita? Hindi nyo kami nakikita? Puntahan ang Luminous. Ilagay sa favorites. Kung hindi nyo hanapin, alam ko sinashadow ban. May mga araw na sinashadow ban tayo. Hindi ma-search. Madali lang yan. I-copya nyo yung link ng Luminous at ilagay niyo dun sa
favorites ng browser nyo.
Favorites ng browser.
Yes.
At doon hindi kami mawawala.
Okay. So what we are saying here is this is not only an issue that we can that is about us. This is an issue about us as a page, but also as individuals, just like you, na meron ding choice kung ano ang gustong sabihin, ano ang gustong pakinggan.
At saka hindi lang yun, like tayo, nagsusulat tayo dyan sa Luminous, no? Ako, I enjoy reading the comments.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's a two-way thing. It's not, we are not just fighting here about our right to talk to you,
This is
but our right to listen to you.
Yes.
Correct.
This is a public discourse.
Ang daming komedyante eh. Sa comment ng
Yung
Luminous.
page is actually a discourse, a public discourse. It's a venue. So that ang hindi lang ang pinagbabawal ng Facebook through the malicious action of pedophiles is the free exchange of information in the capacity of discourse, public discourse, na napipigil kasi unpublish ng Facebook ang Luminous because of the malicious misrepresentations of pedophiles.
Okay. So, wag magpapadala sa Vera Files. So, sabihin nila party false and all that. Lalong-lalo na kung galing naman sa reputable source yung pinost namin.
Yeah.
Halimbawa, CNN,
Kaya,
PTV, ABC5.
Ano nakainit ng pag-serious?
and not only that, no, malapit nang magtagulan kasi ang daming gamo-gamo. Kaya siguro kung napapansin nyo, ganun kami nagawa kasi ang dami ng gamo-gamo. Malapit nang magtagulan.
Wala namang gamo-gamo rin sa atin.
Baka allergic sila sa'yo.
Hindi ka kasi naligo.
Anyway, no? So, ang issue dito is it's the entire platform which involves you, not just us. Kasi silencing the platform will disconnect all of us. You among yourselves, di ba? Kasi among the top fans, among the chatters, alam mo yun, nagkakakilala na sila dyan. Minsan magkakampi, minsan magkaaway. It's all good. Di ba?
Ang bawal lang naman sa atin, Paul eh.
Ang gusto ng Vera Files, nag-agree sa kanila ang lahat ng tao, including Luminous, so that Luminous will not be called misrepresenting or misleading people. We have to agree with what they want to say, and what they are saying is I don't know what they are saying.
So this entire community, which engages hundreds of thousands of people in every
Every
post,
day.
diba? Every day, in every post. Yun yung at risk na mawala.
At
So,
sa kalokohan ng Vera Files. No? And by kalokohan, we don't mean something that is slightly wrong, like a misdemeanor, but it is a crime what they're doing to us.
Okay, krimen man yan o hindi, di ba? It is an action that will affect us, affect you, affect me, and affect every one of our listeners. Kasi, okay, ako lang, for example, kahit na yung mga taga-FedPAR, hindi ako sumusuporta sa inyo. But I never shut you down in my page. Pasensya lang ka, di ba?
Hindi natin sila nire-report.
And we listen to you and we answer you. Because sometimes we really post things to hear from you. What is your opinion about this? And then when you give your opinion, and then we will rebut. And then,
never mind that you are almost always wrong.
the discourse itself is, di ba? The discourse itself, very importante.
Kasi kahit na mali kayo at saka tama kami, discourse pa rin yun. Okay yun.
Hindi lang yun. They're free to be wrong.
Okay.
Diba?
Itong si
ikaw ginagawa
Verifiles.
ng Verifiles, hindi na nga wrong, hindi ka pa rin free.
Criminal talk.
Kasi yung mga taong walang opinion, doon sila nakaka-shape ng opinion sa diskurso.
Correct.
Eh,
So, lalaban tayo.
sa makatwid, ano ang gustong gawin ng Verifiles? Ang gustong gawin ng Verifiles,
Shutdown
dahil
tayo.
ignorante lahat ng tao, ay lahat, or ang mga
Mas
tao
madali
ay
kontrolin ng
naniniwala
ignorante.
lang sa kanila.
Oh.
Ang nakikinig lang sa kanila, sa katotohanan na sinasabi nila, and I'm telling you now, whoever is the brightest person in the world right now who is alive, he will tell you
He has no wife.
that he is not sure of
That's
what the
smart.
truth is.
Yeah.
Maraming salamat kay Ma'am Euphemia. Sorry, baka mawala eh.
Si Jesus,
Thank you.
do you remember si Jesus?
Yeah.
Pag-usapan
Yeah.
natin nature of truth.
The nature of truth and
Philosophical
fake news, ha? Fake news.
Yan, fake news.
Okay, kasi
Kailangan tapusin yung topic.
diskurso namin to ni Ahmed. Okay? Maganda to sa atin mga Kristiyano. When the Jews were the Lord and Master of Israel, and Rome was their political master, the entire Christian teaching, the entire Bible was all fake news for these people. Okay? Now, ang nagiging Verifiles noon ay yung mga pariseo.
Yes.
Di ba? At
Sila
yung
yung
mga
scribes,
mga
Pharisees.
and Pharisees sa mga Hudyo. And everything that we now know as the truth has been labeled by the very
Pharisees
noon as fake news.
So, si Jesus, ang function niya nun is to tell the truth that was being suppressed by the scribes and the Pharisees and the high priests. And the zealots were not, the zealots did not have anything to do with that. They were just rebels against Rome.
Sanhedrin pa lang.
Sanhedrin, no? So that's what we are doing. We are putting out alternative opinions on things which almost always would either go against the opinion of the mainstream media or an opinion that is never existing in mainstream media because they're all stupid or they are all lazy
Or they're trying to suppress.
or they're trying to suppress it. Kami ang nagsasabi like the crimes of ABS-CBN, kami ang nagsalita dyan. PD 906, PD 576A, ang mga ganyan-ganyan.
At may mga kailangan
Labas
tayong
yan.
paglaban pa na yung Public Service Act na
Na
gumugulong ngayon
nanggalang
sa Senado.
media.
Kaya gumugulong siya ngayon sa Senado because it already finished its stint in Congress.
I would like to remind the listeners, and if you do not know this yet, si JP ang unang nag-mention na itong Public Service Act, okay, this is about a year ago, almost. Almost a year ago.
Yeah.
Pinanata natin yung ABS. Siya ang nagsabi na ang process ng amendment ng Public Service Act tinanggal doon ng telecoms
Mass media. Ang mass media.
ang broadcast.
So that hindi pwedeng i-prosecute na after matanggal mo yung rules prohibiting, di ba? Loss of perspective,
They
and it
can
can
do
be retrospective. So kung tinanggal mo yung prohibition na magbenta ng shares of stock sa isa't isa, sa ganon,
Magkaroon ng maraming miyembro, ng stations.
yung mga competition rules na nandiyan dyan sa Commonwealth Act number 146. Pag tinanggal mo yung kanilang inclusion doon sa
batas na yun.
industries covered, wala na silang
They can
liability.
do anything.
And right now, not only ABS-CBN is violating that,
But
other media entities
But
are
apparently, Congress wants these people
to go scot-free.
to go on doing all of these bad things.
By removing them from the restriction.
And we mentioned that, and Verifiles did not.
Correct. Meron pa tayong ano.
Meron.
Wala silang isang salita tungkol sa Bureau of Immigration. Pati yung mga mainstream media, ni-report nila yung pastillas. Tapos,
But nothing
habang
else.
tumatagal, yung mga naglalakad na passport na mag-isa.
Oo, yung dumadating dito na walang tao, passport lang.
Yung nakalabas dito ng ilang mga tao na nag-disappear sa ward.
Oo.
Na,
walang balita. Ang mainstream media na really, naalam namin, tapos hindi nyo alam na kayo yung may mechanism, may machinery of finding the truth and editing or reviewing your reports.
Sino sa kanila, halimbawa, yung nakapansin na itong Kongreso, nung ni-dismiss nila outright yung impeachment complaint laban kay Justice Leonen, sino yung nagbaklas nun at sinabing, teka muna Kongreso, mali yata kayo. Walang iba, tayo lang.
Sino ang nagsabi na itong proposal ng Congress to amend the Constitution, especially on the economic provisions of the Constitution,
sino yung nakapansin nun?
They put there that they are actually now allowing in our Constitution the ownership of agricultural lands, okay,
to foreigners.
Sino ang nagsabi niyan? Kami, not Vera Files.
So,
that is the truth. Vera Files does not know it. Vera Files does not know the truth.
Okay. So mag-isang oras na tayo, pero bago
Teka,
ako...
Ma'am Betchy 307, maraming salamat po sa super chat.
Okay, meron kasi akong pinopost dyan sa Luminous na maraming nagagalit sa akin.
Bakit?
Kapag tinitira ko si JP, and salamat sa upo. Totoo.
Bakit bawal na yung tirahan si JP?
Hindi mo ba? Nagagalit kasi parang santo yan sa mga tao.
Hindi ka nun.
Okay, wait lang. Dahil sa session natin to ngayong hapon, nakita ko to libro na to kay Attorney Trixie. So ano bang connection talaga ni JP sa ABS-CBN?
Publisher.
Uy, kaya naman pala hindi niya talaga ito pwede nitirahin.
Meron talaga, may differences tayo with JP, but ako, I agree with a lot of things that he said.
I also agree.
Sabi ko nga my respect doesn't mean, my dissent doesn't mean
Ibig
disrespect.
sabihin, pwede pa rin tayong mag-disagree on some issues with JP. Halimbawa, hindi ako agree dun sa decision niya dun sa kay Justice Corona. Diba? Hindi talaga. Pero, I still respect him on other matters. Makikinig ako sa kanya on matters where he personally witnessed history.
Because he would know things that happened during the martial era.
Diba?
So who brought about where can you read na yung testimony niya sa Kongreso doon sa ABS-CBN hearing was a lie? Here is the truth. Okay. Kung nakikita nyo ayan. Yan naman pala friends pala talaga sila.
Now, okay. We are not a broadcast company.
No.
We are not a print company. We are not even outwardly representing ourselves as journalists. But our rights, the rights that we exercise when we do all these things on Luminous, is the same right that the journalists enjoy and the people reporting on broadcast enjoy under the same constitution. There is no such thing as a professional journalist or a professional broadcaster. There is only a citizen of the Philippines when it comes to the freedom of speech, press, expression, opinions, and all of these things. Wala hong pinakaiba ang karapatan natin. We are all journalists. We are all broadcast reporters in so far as the Constitution is concerned.
It all matters because nandyan yung ating mga listeners.
Correct, our community. Ito, sabi ni Ma'am Jackie Tonhok Nones sa ating super chat. Mas informed ako ngayon dahil sa pakikinig sa inyo kaysa noon when I was just relying on mainstream media. Salamat po, Attorney Trix, Attorney Osa, and Sir JP. And,
You are welcome.
Yun na. So, we need to talk about this more. Pero this is how we fight. Aside from us studying the legal action we can take on this, at dun sa mga nagtatanong, can we sue? We can. But what we want to do is to ensure that we don't just do, we're going to give them a good fight.
Yeah, we stay on Facebook because you are there.
And then we're here now because we've already created a community. May community na yung Luminous, 300, almost 350,000 stock. Actually, ang alam ko, mas malaki pa tayo dyan. Tinatago lang talaga. Pinagtatanggal yung mga followers namin. Dapat matagal na.
Why do we say this? Why do we say this? May tinatanggal ang Facebook because only Facebook can do that.
Yes.
So, and why do we know this? Why do we accuse? Why do we ascribe this to Facebook? Because it happens because our followers before tell us when they are our new followers later on na they were unfollowed.
Diba?
And who did that? They did not do it themselves.
And we
could not do it
we can
ourselves.
unfollow you.
Only
We can
Facebook.
make you unfollow us.
Only Facebook can
Kayo
do it.
lang or Facebook.
There is no other conclusion. So we are saying that Facebook is unfollowing our followers, such that some of them are actually becoming our followers for the third time, fourth time. And this is probably because of verifiers also. So watch out.
So, what can we do in the meantime habang inaaral namin yung possibility o yung paghabla natin dito? We really have to protect our rights, but at the same time, we have to protect our community. Now, our community is not just Facebook, it is also YouTube. So, basta may Google account kayo, pwede kayong gumawa ng YouTube account at puntahan kami doon, Luminous by Trixie, Cruz-Angeles, and Ahmed, by TCA and AGP. Pag nagla-live si JP, doon din namin ilalagay. Ilalagay namin dyan. Create kami ng different channels for different topics. Pero sa ngayon, ang ginagawa namin 2 or 3 times a week, nandiyan kami. May live kami. We have 38,000 followers as of now. Dagdagan po natin. Let's go for hundreds. Let's go for the same number that we have on Facebook. Labanan natin sila kasi hindi dapat tayo mawala. Because there has to be many opinions. Hindi lang yung opinion na nire-representa ng Vera Files.
By the way, 7 o'clock na, no? Later, when I get home, I will post, sana tapos nang mag-render, kinuha ko yung portion ng Senate hearing where walang uncut version. Buong isang oras yun. The Manny Pacquiao and Pia Cayetano. So I made it simple for you guys. So I cut that part.
You watch that.
I'll post that in one dangkal and then share it in Luminous. You can watch that and you will see kung paano tiniris. At
binaklas ni Pia. Bad.
Hinubaran ni Pia yung saging ni Manny. Okay? Kung paano, napakaganda.
And then my parting message is that this is probably not going to happen to us only. This is probably going to happen to a lot more people, a lot more pages. And if you are experiencing the same thing and you want to do something about it, let's come together and talk about what we can do against verifiers, against Rappler, who is also a fact checker, and against Facebook. So let's talk about it. We don't care kung ano kayo, kung pro-government kayo or anti-government, so long as these rights under the Constitution are being suppressed by these people, by Facebook, and by verifiers, by making all of these unilateral and arbitrary actions that impact our rights and our reputation that are legally ours.
Okay.
Maybe you.
Ako lang. Salamat sa lahat ng sumusubaybay. And salamat sa buong community, no? Na nagbabalik-taktakan among themselves from the issues that we bring out, di ba? And the opinions that we put forward. And then kayo nag-uusap-usap. We also learn from you guys.
Okay. Maraming salamat sa pagsubaybay sa Luminous nitong gabing to, sa lahat ng nag-super chat sa atin at saka nag-super stickers. If you feel you can support Luminous, dun sa banner po ng YouTube namin, may support button doon that leads to our PayPal. Maraming salamat din for all of your comments. Binabasa po namin. Minsan nire-repasuhan pa namin. Maraming salamat, lalo na doon sa mga komedyante dyan sa ating comment sections. You have no idea kung ganong ka-entertaining talaga magbasa ng comments dito sa Luminous. Let's keep this alive. Keep our community together. Let's fight for this. And we can do this simply by making sure we're on Luminous every day. Like, comment, share. Make sure naka-follow kayo. Make sure naka-subscribe dun sa YouTube channel. Palaguin natin to. More people, more information. At the very least, even people who disagree with us might want to be entertained by our opinions. Diba? Di naman nila kailangan sang-ayunan tayo. Like and follow lang. Okay na yun. Maraming salamat.
Thank you.
We'll see you again. Well, may live tayo ulit tomorrow dito sa Luminous. Maraming salamat.